The Desert Healthcare District and Foundation presents a podcast that supports your health and wellness where you live. This is Healthy Desert, Healthy You, hosted by Will Dean. Now, here's Will.
Hello, friends. I am excited to bring to you today a young woman who has a brand new organization, Shamora Wright with the Black Wellness Club. Welcome, Shamora.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited about this.
I am happy to have you here. So tell me about the Black Wellness Club, why you wanted to start it, what it's all about.
Well, Black Wellness Club started from a very personal place. I was struggling with depression and isolation, trying to find a way out of a deep hole. After my second child was born, my dad passed away less than a month later.
Oh, wow.
I found myself overwhelmed, especially with postpartum depression. To cope, I started to work out alone, then later inviting family members to join me, just to have some time to clear my mind and to calm my nerves. As I navigated through this, I realized the importance of self-care and the impact and importance of how I interacted with my children. What started as a personal journey ended up turning into something much bigger. I began hiking the Palm Springs Tram, which was not just a personal escape, but a connection to our community's history. Eventually, I invited others to join, recognizing that many of our community faced similar struggles. I wanted to create a space for Black women where we could come together, support each other, and improve our collective well-being. Black Wellness Club is about changing how we show up for ourselves, which in turn impacts our families and the broader community.
Right. What I love about what you just said is, in addition to the importance of getting out there for your own mental well-being, even in the beginning, it was about you, and then it was about family. So that was community. And then it got broader, expanded more and more community.
Yes. And really organically, too.
Yeah.
Because when I first started working out, I was going to the gym. I wasn't even thinking about being outside. It's too hot out here. But what I ended up doing what I realized was that when I would go work out, I would invite a girlfriend to come with me. And sometimes we would go work out. Other times we would just sit in the car and talk. Eventually we ended up getting outside because I couldn't afford the gym membership.
Right.
So I was looking for ways to be able to get some fitness, some alone time, to be able to clear my mind. So that's where the Palm Springs Tram came in. It was right around the corner from where I lived at the time. So it was a easy, cheap, effective way for me to clear my mind. Then I realized that a lot of my other family members were interested in hiking too, because I would take pictures and post them. And that's how Koya and I ended up hiking together as well. She's been with me going outside, and a lot of these trails she's done already. So although I am inviting others to come with me, a lot of the community here have already been doing these things. I moved back to Palm Springs. I'm a native of Palm Springs, but I moved away about 15 years ago, and I just moved back in 2023. So I'm relearning the community because I did a lot of my growing up in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so coming back home, I'm learning that, there's so much that Palm Springs has to offer just in, California in general, but Palm Springs specifically has so much to offer. The beautiful views. I didn't realize how much I missed the mountains.
Right.
Yeah, being in Florida, it's beautiful out there too. But everything is flat and there's a lot of water.
Yes.
Although I love the water, I'm a summer baby, but I really enjoy coming back and just looking at the landscape. My daughters were born in Florida, so coming back to California, one of the things that my oldest really made mention of, because we moved back in January, were the mountains. And Desert Hot Springs were really close to those mountains, and you can see the real white snow as it settles on the mountains. She always made a point to address, the mountains are so pretty, and it made me stop and realize, like, wow, this is a beautiful place. And I'm glad that I'm there. They are also getting the chance to experience that as well, where I grew up, and the treasure that we do have here in the desert.
Yes, there's definitely something about the landscape here almost a spiritual component. Even when I go away for just a vacation and you come back and you're flying back into the valley and you see it, it's like a sense of peace and calm. And
it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Really is. And I love what you said about maybe, especially for people who can't afford gym memberships.
Absolutely.
When it's not hot here, there's so many opportunities to be outside, to be active.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I love that you mentioned the hikes, and I read that on your website. I'm wondering what other types of activities does the Black Wellness Club support at this time, or maybe that you're planning to bring on?
Right now, our main program is the Black Women Hike groups. Mm-hmm. We are also partnered with another one of our members, Cassandra Williams. She is a personal trainer. She holds one-on-one training sessions, also group sessions as well in the mornings. And then she has boot camps that she hosts as well. And those are every second and fourth Saturdays of the month.
Okay.
Yes. And then other programs that we are implementing that are coming soon are mental health workshops, as well as nutrition classes and other physical health avenues. Not everyone is able to get out and hike, so I want to make sure that people have an avenue to be able to move their body.
Right. And to learn about nutrition. And
oh my goodness.
Right. I
think that's a big component in getting healthy is what we're feeding our body, and how we're able to move around in the world is the food that we are fueling ourselves with is going to impact the energy that we have, and then also impact our health overall.
Right.
A key component in working out is the nutrition. You can't really... Right. You don't see the needle moving until you really get in the kitchen.
Right. They go hand in hand, the diet and the physical exercise,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you mentioned Koya earlier. I just wanted to, so this is a really good friend of yours who's been supported. It's Shakoya. Is that right?
This is Shakoya White.
Okay.
She is a co-founder of the Black Wellness Club as well. And this is my cousin.
Fantastic.
Yes,
I love that.
It's
all
a
in
family
the
affair.
Yeah.
I think this really did start as a family, I guess, project.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to call it a project or not, but I moved back home to be close to my family. So it was important to me that I leaned on my family in support of, even if they didn't know the struggles that I was personally dealing with, them holding space, making themselves accountable to their own wellness journeys, helped me to improve my wellness journey, to show up for myself. I knew that every Saturday, Koya was going to be ready to go and hike. So I had to get up ready to hike.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the philosophy of the Black Wellness Club is to sort of educate Black women too about you need to put yourself first, so that your health is good in order to be able to support others the way that you want to, the way that you do, not the way that you want to, the way that you actually do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. I'm one of those people who also who fall victim to that as well. Having children really highlights a lot about yourself, or it has from myself, areas that I could improve. Selfishness is not something that is detrimental to people around us. It actually is a benefit. When we are able to pour into ourselves, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be able to have something to give to other people.
Absolutely.
You can't truly show up for other people unless you are showing up for yourself. And then you do it out of love and not resentment.
Right.
And then it's easy and you do it more. And then you inspire other people to do that as well.
Well, I want to talk about one instance where the Black Wellness Club definitely showed up. You recently collaborated with the Desert Healthcare District and Foundation in a women's health event, which was very successful, providing, I think, mammograms and pap smears and other health services.
Yes.
What stood out about that event as significant?
The accessibility.
Okay.
What stood out the most is that it was accessible. Desert Healthcare didn't wait for people to come to them. They brought the services directly to the Desert Highland neighborhood, where they were needed the most. The staff showed real dedication, even accepting walk-ups and managing to serve women on the waiting list. The presence of the Pink Journey Foundation was also powerful. They offered me personal advice on navigating my own health concerns, especially in the light of my own family history with breast cancer, provided resources that could support me and others in similar situations. It was more than a clinic, it was care, connection, and empowerment in real time.
Right. And I failed to say, to your point about how we showed up, it was through our mobile medical clinics.
It was, it was nice. Those mobile trucks were really nice. They had 3 big trucks, and for each service that you were able to receive, you would go to, your prospective one. And when I first walked into it, I thought it was just that open area that everyone was standing in, but no, there was another back room that you go into to actually have your service that was private. It was really amazing. The people were very kind, very nice. They were also very organized. Alejandro was the lead in that event, and he was absolutely amazing. That was my first time meeting him in person. We had been emailing back and forth.
Right.
So it was awesome.
Yeah.
I was so thankful that they partnered with us, allowed us to come and showcase what we're doing in the community as well as us participating in the pap smears and the mammograms, because I was lucky enough to get in and was able to get my services done as well.
I know there was a waiting list.
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Oh, yeah. The Pink Foundation, they had like a list of requirements for being able to get the services. You had to be 40 years old. I originally made my appointment and didn't really look at that. I was just like, I'm just going to go and get that. But I did call just to make sure that I was able to get the service, because later I did see that there was an age requirement. However, I wasn't able to receive that service, but their lead in that program, she, even over the phone, gave me a lot of resources in order for me to be able to take advantage. They weren't able to treat me in that setting.
We are referring to the Pink Journey Foundation,
The Pink Journey Foundation. Okay. They're awesome too.
They are.
Yes, I understand that they partner with Desert Healthcare District often as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very nice people.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that. The mobile medical clinics have been really integral to our mission of breaking down the barriers. Some people can't get to a clinic or a hospital. And my colleague, Alejandro Espinosa, has been really great at really coordinating that. So I'm going to go back to something we were talking about earlier, and that was women needing to put themselves first. Because I know a lot of times in our community and many communities, Black women are the head of the household. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So what are when a Black woman, a woman puts herself first in terms of her health and her health care, are there ripple effects in the family, the children? Have you noticed anything?
Absolutely. I've seen ripple effects firsthand in my own household. When I prioritize my health, especially my mental well-being, I have the capacity and the energy to fully be present with my children. And that's the most important thing to me right now. It sets an example from my daughters, showing them that caring for yourself isn't optional, it's a necessity. What's even more beautiful is that they've started to adopt some of these practices themselves. One thing we focus on is breath work. Now they know how to pause, check in with themselves, take a deep breath when they're feeling overwhelmed. It doesn't work all the time. They're 8, they're 7 and 4. Okay. So sometimes it doesn't, but they're practicing. And even to see them even inconsistently do those practices with each other, sometimes they remind me, oh, Mom, I think you need a deep breath.
I love that.
It's wild. So I know for sure that it's the model that's set at home that really dictates how the younger generation moves through life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So let's talk about the future. Where would you like to see the Black Wellness Club in 5 years?
Wow. So this is really exciting. In 5 years, I see Black Wellness Club growing into a powerful force for change. I want us contributing to local charities, hosting annual wellness events, focusing on both mental health and physical health, partnering with businesses that truly align with our mission. I also see us expanding beyond the Coachella Valley, bringing our work to communities that need it. Right now, we're in the early stages. We're still growing, and that's the beauty of it. The foundation is strong, and the possibilities are endless.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all achievable.
It really is. It really is. And even starting this is something completely different than I've ever done in my life. I did not like working out. I had to do, active activities that didn't feel like working out. I love dance. So me going to the gym, me intentionally going to hike is completely different than who I thought that I was previous. But I like this person that I'm growing into.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really powerful.
Thank you.
Anyone can actually start to begin to get active, get out there in the community.
Listen, if there's one thing that I've learned about life is that you can always start over at any point. And I feel like I've probably started over many times. I'm only 36. I'll be 37 this year. And at different stages of my life, I have started over, shifted, pivot, and done different things. I think that it's important for us to fulfill whatever need that we are, or whatever idea, dream that is birthed within us. Just try it. I am definitely living proof of you can always start over anywhere. And I tell people that all the time. Anybody who will listen. I don't know why they will listen, but
I suspect a lot of people listen to you. So what is next for your organization?
So I am really excited. Right now, we are looking for professionals of color, counselors, therapists, doctors, clinic staff, yoga instructors, nutritionists, holistic healers who are willing to offer their services to the community. Representation matters. To build trust in the systems meant to support us, the Black community needs to see ourselves reflected in those spaces. That's where real connection and healing begins.
Right. It's important for the medical community, healthcare community to hear that trust component.
Absolutely.
Is essential to making
yes.
communities well.
Yes, yes.
I think you've already answered this, but in what ways can the community, residents in the community, support the Black Wellness Club?
Oh, that was that answer.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Offering support if there are people of color in these different industries that support wellness, offering their services, us partnering with them. I would love to partner with other communities and organizations such as the Pink Journey Foundation, Desert Healthcare, and then any other organizations, as well as organizations that are already established, other hiking groups. We are more than willing and excited to work with other groups to promote each of our missions.
Okay. I'm excited about what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You all are really excited me. I just really did not know that this was going to take off the way that it is. And we're only just begun. We started in March. Shakoya and I have been, Shakoya again, she has been out in the streets years before I even moved back. So it's just really exciting that I'm getting to see firsthand, and I've been wanting to hang out with her more anyway. So I'm glad that she has been enthusiastic about going on this journey with me, because we're definitely in partnership together.
I love that. Where can our podcast listeners learn more about the Black Wellness Club?
Listeners can learn more about Black Wellness Club by visiting our website at blackwellnessclub.org or visiting us on Instagram at blackwellnessclub_PS. That's where we share our updates, upcoming events, and ways to get involved.
Excellent. Thank you, Shamora.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Healthy Desert, Healthy You. This podcast is a production of the Desert Healthcare District and Foundation in Palm Springs, California. For more information, please visit the website dhcd.org. Our annual conference site is healthydesert.healthyu.com. This podcast is available at most major podcast portals, including Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Captivate.fm, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe.